just in front of the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. Martin Truex Jr. has been the best on mile-and-a-half tracks this season, has led more laps than any other driver on this type of a racetrack. But Kyle,
I think we have a car good enough to run that lower line. He said it's an awful lot to ask a driver to run up against that fence for 400 miles, and this is a treacherous track. The concern now is that he's just a little bit too free through turns 3 and 4.
Kelly, you know, it's funny, a lot of these championship contenders.
I like this. And Kevin Harvick, you know the Bull tweet. He sent it at the start of the chase. This is how he's going to race through the chase.
15 seconds, a little bit longer than they would have liked.
Jackman fell down for the 48 team. That's what made that stop a little bit longer. 45 miles an hour coming off of pit road. They can go all the way.
And maybe they tried to snooker him a little bit as well. So Joey making a book as he goes along about restarts that could be key late in the race.
Marty, I think that's a really interesting point, because on the initial start of the race, we saw Joey Logano pick up a spot immediately. He was 3 wide getting into turn 1.
How high does Joey Logano dare run?
2.
I think Kyle Larson's gotten loose up there. We saw the car moving around a lot with Carl Edwards underneath him. And when you're loose right against the wall, meaning the back of the car wants to spin out, it's hard to lay that right rear quarter panel against the wall. You're better off being a little bit tight running that high line.
Earliest on pit road of the championship for Todd Gordon, coming even earlier this time, kind of doubling down. 34 laps into the run. They put on 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Mike.
The advantage between Larson and Edwards and Logano was about 14 to 15 seconds. That was the gap between first Jimmy Johnson, the last of the championship 4.
And this is what we've been waiting on. Under 100 to go.
The light switch, that's when you go see the aggression level pick up.
3 of the championship 4 running nose to tail now. Logano, Edwards, and Kyle Busch.
That's it, and it couldn't have worked out better for me. Today, Joey Logano trying to bring the captain a Sprint Cup Series championship, Kelly. 208 is when they will come. That's 10 laps from now. But Steve, at some point, you're running up front here, the 22 car with Joey Logano and Todd Gordon. Do you continue down that road, or do you back off of that strategy now with only a couple of stops left in the game?
Well, if that's their strategy, they're going to continue.
You don't run here twice. A lot of times we go to racetracks twice a year. This one we only come once.
And you got to go back to that moment where Kyle Busch thought he had an issue with the right front tire, hit pit.
Joey Logano, we're talking about that a moment ago. He said, we can go all the way on fuel. I think we're coming
against the wall. When he called Joey, he wasn't against the wall as much, but it has worked to get to him.
That time he entered a little bit lower into the turn, but then moved all the way up to the wall.
So right here he's going to try to get underneath. Run where your car is the fastest.
And again, closing in on that territory of we haven't gone this far on tires in this race.
This is an opportunity right here. You're going to see Carl Edwards hang a left, get into the corner to try to pull alongside.
Take a look at this. The 19, Carl Edwards, looking to the inside, trying to take away the second spot.
It makes the speed so much higher.
Remember, Kyle Larson is in half-second advantage over these 2. But these 2 could care less who's in front of them. They know that this is the battle for the championship. Carl Edwards right now in front of Kyle Busch.